This video will look at two castles in Portugal's southern Algarve region and what they meant historically in this land that was fought over for centuries. Silves and Lule castles, which rise over their respective ancient towns, are well-preserved symbols of the region's turbulent past. These fortresses reflect the complex layers of cultural and military history that have shaped the Algarve over millennia, from Roman occupation to the Visigothic period, to Islamic rule, and finally to the Christian Reconquista. Silves Castle is perched, like the large nesting birds that surround it, high above the Arade River. It is arguably one of the best preserved Moorish fortifications in Portugal. The Moors built on previous fortifications, as the site occupies the location of earlier Roman and Visigothic structures. But it was transformed into a formidable stronghold during the 8th to 12th centuries under Muslim rule. Silves, then known as Shelb, was a major Islamic city and regional capital, thriving with commerce, learning and architecture. The castle's iconic thick red sandstone walls, built with the distinctive local Grèche de Silves, are a monument to its strategic importance. It protected the city from Christian incursions for many decades. That was until it didn't. In 1189, King Sancho I of Portugal, with the help of crusaders en route to the Holy Land, captured Silves from the Moors in a bloody siege. However, the Moors retook it 2 years later, and it remained under Islamic control until the definitive Christian conquest of 1242. The castle's interior once housed palatial quarters and a cistern that ensured a steady water supply during sieges, highlighting the sophistication of Moorish military engineering. Today, the ruins still reveal this layered past, offering sweeping views over the modern town and distant hills, reminders of a faded former power and prestige. But despite the jaded and faded nature of this prestige, it is still a remarkable place to visit. A contrasting glimpse of life at the castle centuries ago lies in artifacts discovered at the site. These include a 12th century wash basin and original ironwork with serpent heads and rings from the Silves pillory. Another stone fortress, Lule Castle, though smaller and more reconstructed than Silves, also traces its origins back to the Islamic period, with the current structure incorporating parts of a 13th century rebuild. The site was of strategic importance due to its location inland, guarding the road between the coast and the central Algarve uplands. During Moorish control, Lule developed as a fortified settlement and, like Silves, it became an obvious target for the Christian Reconquista. It was taken by King Afonso III in 1249, marking the effective end of Islamic rule in the Algarve. The castle was significantly altered during the Christian period, and much of what is visible today dates from the 13th and 14th centuries, though excavations have uncovered traces of Islamic and even Roman occupation beneath its foundations. The castle's towers and impressive curtain walls have been restored, and a small museum inside the castle now displays artifacts from its long and varied history. Both Silves and Lule castles are giant stone reminders of this region's often violent past. Visiting these places is to go back, at least in your mind, to an era of warfare, clashing religions and cultures in a strategically important region that stood at the crossroads between North Africa and Christian Europe. And finally, when is a castle not a castle? Well, when it is a €4 million mansion, of course. I spotted this intriguing-looking structure in the hills overlooking Lule and spent quite a bit of time researching it to try to find out what it was. I later discovered it was a 9-bedroom luxury villa complex described as a castle by the estate agents Rightmove, but was very much a modern building. So it turns out that machicolations do not a castle make. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar via the link in the description or via YouTube Super Thanks. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.